Friends, these days everyone wants to leave their small villages and move to a big city. Well, into the larger cities. Modern facilities exist, making city life seem easy, but it's just as difficult. In this video, I'll discuss the most unusual things found in cities. So, let's start our countdown together. Friends who live in apartments know well that managing limited space requires creativity and careful organization. Living in apartments isn't easy. There's no fresh air in the building, and generally when you look around, people start to feel suffocated. Many times, multiple people live in a single apartment, and it becomes cramped. But what if a city's building becomes so overcrowded that the entire urban population is inside? Well, the building you're seeing here is in a city in Russia. In Kodrovo, Russia, this remarkably large building boasts an impressive 25 floors and includes a total of 708 spacious apartments within. You can't believe that over 1,000 people live in these apartments. Just imagine having 18,000 people inside one building. Having 18,000 people living here sounds like a disaster. This building in Russia is considered one of the world's most crowded buildings. The number of people here is so high that it feels like a whole city is populated here. However, living in such a crowded place is often overwhelming and can be quite challenging for residents. It's nothing less than a disaster. Friends, traffic jams within cities are quite a normal thing, but have you ever seen the world's? The biggest and longest lasting traffic jam ever recorded occurred in August 2010 in China's bustling capital city of Beijing. There was such a traffic jam that it didn't end for consecutive 12 days. You must be surprised to know that this traffic jam was more than 100 kilometers long. It took 12 days to clear alone. Not only that, but Beijing city's population is so large that during any event of the year here, traffic jams of this kind keep occurring and people get stuck in them for many hours. With such traffic, just enduring it would cause a person to have a heart attack. Because even going through 2 5-minute rushes is nothing short of a catastrophe. Anyway, whatever happens, whoever gets stuck in this traffic jam would have. Those people might have decided to abandon their cars. Friends, when it comes to highways, generally they are built on the ground, so that cars can run efficiently on them. But imagine if I told you that there's a remarkable city in the world where roads are not built on the ground at all, but built in the sky. Well, it's the Italian city of Naples. It is very famous for its highways. This city has such a large population. There wasn't any space left on the ground for highways, so they have been built above the buildings. These streets are over people's homes. They pass over the roofs and a strange scene unfolds. Just imagine that the people living here from above their roofs. Watch how cars pass by and how they must feel. Anyway, if a vehicle gets stuck on this highway, it wouldn't be less than a disaster. Friends, speaking about houses, normally people's homes are built on the ground, but have you ever seen houses built above buildings? It might sound quite strange to hear such a thing. However, in the video you are currently watching, the houses being displayed are actually constructed directly on top of an expansive shopping mall. Located in China's city Zhujiang, the building is small with 8 floors, but its significance remains notable. Strange thing is that 4 houses are built on the mall premises. It's thought-provoking who would have given permission to build houses on top of the mall, but nevertheless these houses are built in a completely normal manner. Meanwhile, the houses are not only quite beautiful, but also have incredible facilities inside. In fact, this place has been made into a residential area. Inside these houses, people who work in the mall live. After finishing work, they go upstairs each day, so they do not have to deal with heavy traffic. Anyway, these houses are truly very astonishing and exceptionally impressive in their architecture. Typically, in cities like these, the buildings and similar structures are constructed to be significantly tall and possess multiple floors, often numbering in the dozens. They are made this way so that as many people as possible can populate in less space. But do you know that in a city in Russia, there is a building that is thousands of feet long instead of tall, and well, this strange building you are seeing exists in the Russian city Moscow. The surprising thing about this building is that instead of height, it is quite long in length. You won't believe that this building is almost 2,500 feet long, which is equivalent to 7 football fields. The interesting thing is that this area is so large that here, not one but many buildings could have been built, but instead, they decided to build only a single building on such an unusually long area. Furthermore, the video you are seeing, at first glance, it seems like a fake picture made with the help of editing, but you will be surprised to know that this is a real city. Its name is Songyang, and it is located in China. The strange thing about this city is that inside it, there are only buildings present, and not only that, but all of these buildings are designed in the same shape. Inside them, apartments, where 25,000 people live, and visually, these buildings look the same and are built in the same pattern. But the thing to think about is that how do the residents here differentiate between these buildings, and how do they find their own homes? It's really very confusing. Friends, what you're seeing here as weird infrastructure is actually a hotel located in the Thai city of Bangkok. Its name is Labua Hotel. This hotel is equally strange on the exterior as it is within the interior, featuring a total of 365 uniquely designed rooms for its guests to enjoy their stay. All these rooms are built following exactly the same internal pattern, making it seem like someone has meticulously designed each one to match an identical template. Copy-pasted them. Not only that, but the windows, walls, and balconies of these rooms are so interconnected that one can stand in their room and easily see another room. The interesting thing is that the restaurant of this hotel is built on the top floor, which makes this hotel even more unique, making it one of the most unusual hotels in the world. Well, we all know that China is a master at making two main things, and well, to the extent of production, it was still fine. But do you know that China has even the whole city has been copy-pasted? Well, this city you're seeing, by giving it a first-class look, it feels like it's Paris, the famous city of France. But you must know, it will be surprising that this is not Paris, but it exists in China. Actually, the Chinese have created inside their country. They have made this city just like Paris. It is an exact copy of Paris. Here, not only the Eiffel Tower exists, but also all the city's buildings, roads, and even the infrastructure is meticulously designed to resemble Paris, so when someone enters this remarkable place, they feel as though they have stepped directly into Paris, regardless of the intention behind the imitation. No one in the world can compete with China. Friends, there are many developed cities in the world where tall buildings are constructed, and they are built tall for the reason, so that as many people as possible can inhabit a smaller space. But do you know which country has the most buildings in the world? And in which city are they located? Well, Hong Kong is a place that, compared to the whole world, has the most high-rise buildings, and the construction of these buildings is approximately 800 floors and up to 500 feet tall. Not only that, but surprisingly, inside these buildings, more than 7.5 million people reside. When this city is viewed from above with the help of drones, nothing is visible except the buildings. But the shocking thing is that the rooms in these buildings are so tiny and crowded. They look like small boxes, and each building consists of boxes. Well, you can watch these videos, and one thing becomes clear, that these buildings, they only look cool on the outside. Being inside them is nothing short of a disaster. So friends, that's all for today. Hope you liked the video.
That brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you found it helpful, or entertaining, or informative. We've got some exciting things planned for upcoming videos, so make sure you're subscribed to stay in the loop. You can also check out some of my other videos linked on the screen right now. You might find something else you'll enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.